Welcome back to another week of YouTube. We're back in the land of the living and the freezing, back at home. It's bloody cold down here, I've decided, after being in Moree for a couple of days. But anyway, that's the way we go. Crops are still looking good. Everyone's looking a little bit to the sky. When I'm talking to people at the footy on Saturday, there's a fair few people sort of, you know, wondering how this season was going to end up, but at the moment it's all still looking pretty good. But there's not much rain on the forecast, so everyone's a little bit nervous. It is what it is. That's farming. Moree was a pretty good trip. We're happy to do that again. Got ag clip coming up next week. This week I'm back on the farm for a bit. Then I got to go and have a medical procedure done, so I'm going to try and get some footage in the first 2 days of this week, and then I'll be out. But we'll hopefully get something done here. Crops are looking pretty good. Canola's, yeah, it's still split germination. Like, some of it's blooming, some of it's not. But at the end of the day, it's all there and looking pretty solid. So yeah, no issues with the canola, I don't think. A little bit of wheat and barley, it's all just looks solid as hell. The barley's really thickening up. It could do anything at this stage, but just not sure what it's going to do. With whatever rain it gets, we'll soon find out. But yeah, so that's about what's going on the farm. Lots of trucking. I'm about to go and take a load up to Bookham again. Some of you will remember the trip that I did last time for that. I'd just do a full trip this time. We haven't done some trucking for a while. Yeah, we'll get it all on the video again. We're loading out of the wet silo at the dryers, so I'll go and get her all hooked up, and you can see that. And yeah, we'll get a load on the film, and then maybe we'll come back past some of these crops later on, maybe tomorrow. All right, let's do it. I also should say congratulations to Shuddy8840. He won the hoodie and the cap from the Dry July competition. He is a YouTube member, so congratulations to him. To all the rest of you, if you made it through, and I knew you were going to make it through and all that, if you put your name down in the first post, get in touch with me. We're giving a sticker to everyone who made it through, so keep that in mind. I think I've got most of you covered by now, but if I've missed anyone, hit me up and I'll give you the discount code for the free sticker. So last week, well, we were away. Joe's been smashing out some barley fungicide. He's covered all of the ground up here in Narrow Plains, and he's down at Erindale at the moment, doing some down there. Should have that covered in a couple of days, and then I think Pat's going on to the canola. So 4430 was still dirty from sowing time, so he's been doing the barley sprays, and the 4450's clean, so it'll be doing the canola spray. So handy to have two sprayers again for this particular job. Yeah, that's about the crux of what was going on last week. Pat's still been working on this on the chase bin. I'll show you his update on that. The centrepiece is done, looks absolutely fantastic, so we'll go and have a look at that before I jump in the truck. Looks like my truck's going out the way. Hopefully you can hook it on for me, that'd be nice. Should probably get help. We'll go and have a look at this centrepiece first. Put these pieces on here as a bit of a strengthener on either side, around here. Bit of a bugger of a thing to hold on to here. I have to admit, these nice sunny mornings are welcome. It's very nice to walk around and not be in fog or absolutely freezing. Starting to feel a little bit more like spring, but it's a bit too early for that, for my liking. I washed some of that last week when I come back. Had a little bit of time to try and get it all washed. I got to wash it, split it up and chuck it away. I just haven't had a lot of time last week to do anything. I don't know, I sort of lost the plot on the whole let's get a mother sponsorship thing, but if, Mother, if you're still watching, I'm here still. That's good stuff. Real good stuff. You can't see it in the background there because GoPro still don't zoom, but both of the trucks are heading up to Kingaroy this week with popcorn. I'm hoping to do one of those trips in the future. Maybe after I get back from MagQuip we might be able to do a trip up there. Alright, we'll see how we go. Here's our steed for the day. Morning.
How you going?
Good. Have fun when you get to the front ones there. Should be a bit different from the last time I went to booking. I started this process at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, right.
I didn't get home till about 10 o'clock that night.
How come you left so late?
I was doing the land market in the morning.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And old mate rings me and goes, "Where are you?" And I went, "Not anywhere near you." Anyway, I had to hustle to get it down there by the end there. All looked up here. Let's go and have a little jump on the weighbridge, see what it's worth, and see if the tubs ain't cleaning out. It was 24 something. Thankfully I fixed my rear tarp. That was giving me a few problems. Make sure that little tab's down, which it is. I don't even got any corn. I love it when there's corn in there because I'm loading corn. Let's have a look in the back one, hopefully it's the same. Corn as well, beautiful. Right to load. I love it when I don't have to clean out. Makes everything a lot simpler. Been pulling out of this side flat out for all these Pat Hale trucks that have been coming and going. And their own, to be fair, we've been taking a fair bit to Colwyn Abbon as well. Go about to 35 for this, I think, just until we get it started and wound up. Righto. Hopefully you can still hear me here. This is the Bluetooth scale up that we got, so that's our prime mover. And the A and B trailers there. I'm filling the B trailer as we speak. And I've lost Bluetooth. It's back. I'm a little way away here. Slowly filling up the green bar as we speak. So we had a bit of a incident with this elevator. I'm not sure if I showed you it in the end. We were, I was transferring from silo to silo here and went to start up all the elevator and whatever to pump it across there, and the motor at the very top, the electric motor, actually, well, we thought it had shorn the coupling between there and the gearbox, but it turned out the little collar had just slid along a little bit and disengaged itself. So unfortunately, because it was the tallest one that we had, as far up as you could get, the only way to get to it was with a crane. So we had to get a crane in here to do it. I missed all of this footage. I had the good footage that I just couldn't use because the audio was no good, and I wasn't here when the crane was here, so it didn't work out too good for the YouTube side. But that's why there's a pile of grain there, because I had to clean the elevator out, try and get it going. But yeah, expensive little breakdown for something that was as simple as a couple of loosened grub screws. But anyway, that's the way it goes. Could have been worse. It could have done a gearbox or something, but yeah, it was still going to be expensive just to get a crane out here for 4 or 5 hours. There now, that's their prime mover nearly done. Working on a A-trailer this week. So we got 17 on the drives, 23.3 on the A-try, and just under 22, so a little bit heavier than I would have liked. 68,700. I did a little bit of a air leak at the A-trailer there when I plugged it in and fixed it up. It was shut up another 250 kilos, but I think their scars are weighing a little bit light anyway, so should be okay. Let's go put it over the bridge and find out. Usually the little bit of discrepancy in the weights wouldn't worry me too much because it's generally not a problem unless you get pulled up at a weighbridge, but I am going straight past a fairly active weighbridge, so anyway, we'll see how that goes. I'll put it over the bridge. I reckon it'll be within spec anyway, but for a little bit over I might have to go and tip a bit off because the NHVR got tolerance, but they don't have tolerance on total. So if you're overweight, in problems, but there's a little bit of tolerance in the split. So I was working towards that, but it just hasn't quite worked out like I'd hoped. Well, the total was 63.38. That's what I call a win. Looked over, but it wasn't. So we will hook it to Bookham. It's not even Bookham where I'm going, it's more like Yass. We'll hook it to Yass and I'll see you on the other side. Still won't film while we're going down the road with trucks because that's dumb, but I will see you there. There you go, we got 68.38, 24 tear, 44 tonne, 0.04 on the net. One last thing before I set off on my journey. This is hub fleet for those who haven't played around with electronic work diaries. What do we get? 981 746. Changing to work. Start the shift. Away we go. So it's a logbook for all the people out there that are moving away from paper logbooks, and I highly recommend it. It is so much simpler and easier. If you know, playing around with the figures in the book, then I don't recommend it. But for those of us who just generally want to do it without stuffing it up, it is a very good option. Not overly expensive, and yeah, I think well worth the money to invest it, just to know. For a few reasons. There is a few reasons that I like it. One, there's never any yellow pages ever again. Two, it cuts your breaches down by, like, I think I went from having 1 to 2 breaches per quarter back to 0 on all of them, because if it comes up red and says you've done something wrong, you can just, you know, jingle what you're doing around and make it so it's not red. So there's never any breaches. You don't ever have to go and check a logbook entry again, particularly for those managers, because you know when you're about to stuff up, it goes red and says you're in breach, you know. For that reason, yeah, the hub fleet is just a no-brainer. As I said, for those who are playing that, you know, I want to shuffle the hours around a little bit, we've all done it from time to time. You can do it a little bit, but I wouldn't recommend it. Most of the time for us, we just run by the book and it's fine. We can work that out. It's annoying at times, but most of the time it's perfectly fine. Anyway, we're on our way to Yass, not Bookham. We'll see you there again. See you there. Well, we're up at Yass. Bit of a climb up the hill to get here, but we're here. We're unloading little 80 supercharged brand auger, so that's pretty good. Should be an hour and a half to get unloaded. A couple of young fellas here helping me out. Going to feed a bit of this train out because this silo only holds 40 tonnes. All right, that's good. So the sheep are pretty hungry over there. A little bit of green kick around, but obviously so many sheep, it's been hanging down, but sort of what you expect while we're here. Little auger take it away pretty quick. Half door's pretty quick in by anyone's standards. Anything more than that's very quick. Nice little spot. A bit chilly, but I'm about to go back to the hoodie I had my shirt off, had me jump off most of the way here. Anyway, we'll go and get this off. We'll be on our merry way back home again. Still just unloading here, but I found this little puppy dog in his cage. Someone's a freshie. Someone's a little freshie. Hello, little fella. Hello. Hello, little critter. I'm sure your old man will let you out soon. Good looking cage you got there. Good looking cage you got, yeah. Check this again. Just spotted him on the way out here from my job. Old Lance Bulldog. I'd see these on a farm every day. I know nothing about these tractors other than the fact that they've, you know, been in Australia forever and fairly old. So if anyone knows anything about them in the comments, hit me up. Let me know. Now into here as well, she's got a cab on her. She's real flash. Tomorrow tractor cabs. There you go. She's a custom fitment. Probably needed up here in the hills. I reckon she'd be pretty cold without it. Very cool. Why, hello there, you're back. Well, it's now night time and we're out here loading again. You thought we were done, didn't you? You thought we were done for the day. Good, righto, it's time to go home, go to bed, have a steak, then go to bed, I should say. Well, we're not. We're out here loading. The rain after dark. Nah, I just took this home before I went home. About 8 o'clock at night. Asked the wife. She wanted my support tonight or in the morning for the kids, because I got 4 of them and they're a pain in the butt sometimes. And she said in the morning, so we're out here loading. Anyway, we'll get it done, get it loaded up and head on home. And yeah, we will see you all in the morning. Hello. Ah, you're back again. Head to sleep. That's pretty good, really. Over here in Holbrook, getting a bit off again. Having a bit of a look around here. Weather is sensational but lacking rain. Very nice spot of the world here too. Right up in the foothills. Holbrook's about 20 k's that way. Anyway, we're going to get this set off. I got another single to do this over, so I'm not going to do much but truck this week. I might stop and have a bit of a look at some of the wheat when we get back to the farm in the daylight. It's looking an absolute snack at the moment. So I'll see you all then. Ended up on a bit of a side quest up here to just behind Kiewa with a single load of corn that I didn't see coming. Much time to go look at the crops, but we might do that a little bit later on in the week if I get time. But I'll just show you, it's a bit hard to see because of this tree line just happens to be right there. But that well, that's not good for that. Like, he's getting pulled up right there. but that is the Hume Dam. That's where all of our irrigation water pretty much starts its life, other than Dartmouth, which is further up. But yeah, that's the one we rely on to get all our irrigation water. Depending on how full this dam is depending how much corn we put in. It's pretty much the livelihood of any farmer along the Moree River. So yeah, a little bit of a interesting sight to see. It's pretty low. You can see this is the bank of it there. It's pretty low at the moment. I'll put up in the editing exactly what percentage it is at the moment, but I think it's around 20% or something like those lines. Anyway, I'll might escape my friends here before he starts looking for my logbook, which I may or may not have started this morning. Whoops. Unlucky, buddy. Unlucky. I don't think they can see me, but I don't think they. I'll take my steed home. See you probably in a couple of days. If I don't see you again, have a great rest of the week. Have a great weekend, and we will see you all at AgQuip next week if I haven't already said that. We're going to do AgQuip, and if you see us, come up and say hello. And yeah, we'll try and get some more videos of some new machines on the market. But for now, enjoy the peaceful scenery of Hume Dam with a maybe an arrest in progress going on.